This broadcast is different from the others. I am not like other politicians. I grew up on a London council estate and I have seen my city transformed by mass immigration and political correctness. British people are treated like second-class citizens in their own city. I want to see British people put first for a change. That memorial behind me symbolises the millions of war heroes who fought and died to keep this country British. In just 50 years, those millions have been betrayed.
Mass immigration has transformed our city. We wonder if our war heroes would recognise London today. Immigration has gone too far and it is time we close the door and put our own people first. This election is our last chance to vote a patriotic candidate to the London Assembly. Jayda Fransen is our lead candidate in the Assembly election.
Britain First is not asking for anything unusual. We simply want to put our people first in our own capital city. We want to see British people put to the front of the housing queue. There is no justification for housing immigrants before our own people.
It's almost impossible to get social housing for young people like me who are British. British people should come first. That's why I'm voting Britain First.
Doesn't it make sense that jobs in our capital city are offered to British workers?
I want to see British jobs for British workers, that's why I'm voting Britain First.
If elected to the London Assembly, our representatives will fight tooth and nail to get Britain out of the corrupt EU.
The BBC and ITV would not allow Britain First to show you any footage of our activists confronting hate preachers and Islamic terrorists. So we've come here to Woolwich, the spot where Lee Rigby was butchered, and they still have not put a memorial on this spot to that poor young man. Now, right after this happened several years ago, on this spot, our activists waged a campaign to shut down and suffocate the activities of Islamic extremists in London.
Our campaign against Islamic extremists forced the police to clamp down on their activities. Many of the hate preachers that we confronted are now in prison on terrorism charges.
I'm really concerned over fast-growing terrorism in Britain, and I really support Britain First because this is the only party which is confronting Islamic extremists and hate preachers.
Britain has so much to be proud of, and it is only right that we celebrate our achievements as a nation by promoting British history, culture and Christianity in the schools of our capital city. We have all seen the hordes of migrants flooding into our country, and Britain First will take tough, decisive action to protect our borders and stop this invasion.
I'm voting Britain First. It's time we put the British people before migrants and take our country back.
It is a national scandal that an estimated 3,000 ex-servicemen and women are sleeping rough on the streets of London. Britain First will move heaven and earth to ensure that these heroes are given homes for life.
These corrupt politicians are constantly cutting spending on the elderly and the disabled, all the while spending billions on foreign aid. That's why I'll be voting for Britain First.
Britain First is the voice of the silent majority, and we are sick to death of greedy politicians treating British people like second-class citizens. Enough is enough. British people deserve to live without the fear of terrorism. British people deserve to have their say on mass immigration. British people deserve to be put first in their own country.
We owe it to our war heroes to fight for a future for British children. Doing nothing is not an option.
A vote for any of the others is a wasted vote. Things will carry on exactly the same way they always have. I'm asking you to help me undo the damage that all the other parties have done to London over the years. If you care about your country, if you care about London, if you want a future for British children, then vote Britain First on the 5th of May.